Grant, I have to ask you a very important question that's been on my mind.
Okay.
I forgot the other reporter that I was watching, but he was interviewing Steve Young's old agent, and Steve
Lee
Young
Steinberg.
said, "What was his name?"
Lee Steinberg.
Lee Steinberg. There you go. So
Yeah.
that I respected all that man's words, man. That guy seemed like a good agent, and he mentioned how he represented John Lynch, and how he asked him about like how good is like John Lynch's like word about like doing Jimmy right and sending him to a winning team or working with Don Yee and whatnot. And like I want to ask you, like, from your experience and expertise, like, is this is this real? Like, if John Lynch traded Jimmy G tomorrow to the Redskins, or I don't know, that's a bad team, just a terrible team, a terrible franchise, and Jimmy G didn't like it and Don Yee didn't like it, would that be a big deal? Like, does that make other players not want to come to San Francisco just because he would do something like that? Like, genuinely.
Perhaps. I mean, maybe they feel like Jimmy Garoppolo is so respected around the league that if you cross him, that you'll cross multiple players, or you'll be looked at as a bad organization. But I think what's really going on here is that even though Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't have a no trade clause, he can kind of veto these trades. Because think about it. If you were a team that was interested in trading for Jimmy Garoppolo, he's 1 year left on his deal. You're giving up a draft pick. No one's going to give up a draft pick for 1 year of Jimmy.
Yeah.
If you liked him, you'd be like, all right, we got to sign an extension, right? And because you're too expensive anyway, we need you for 2-3. We need you to commit. And if he doesn't want to go there, he'll be like, no, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to sign an extension with you. And like maybe that's probably what happened with Washington. If the Niners had something in line with Washington, then Washington calls Jimmy and they're like, all right, so we're interested, but we need you to sign an extension. He's like, oh yeah, no.
See, and I forgot about that. I forget about the fact that he has 1 year left on his contract, even though the money's not guaranteed. And it's like, at this point, it's like you said, it would make a statement if they cut him tomorrow. They would be saying, "But we don't care about the $7 million injury guarantee. We don't
care about the comp pick we get next year. We want to freaking win right now. That would be so cool."
They traded the 2 first-round picks, obviously the 3, but I like to count it as 2, and the comp pick. Like, in reality, like, it's a huge investment in trade, but at the same time, we didn't even give up a whole lot. But at the same time, you have to treat him as if he was your first-round pick this year, as if he was that next step to take us further. And like you say, they're just not showing us that. And the fact that no player wants to answer the questions, and I don't know if Kittle's holding out hope that Jimmy G probably does stay. I don't know. It's all very confusing, Grant. But I appreciate you for keeping it in the forefront, man.
Great call. Thanks for calling in.